Hey chat, how's it going everybody? I know it's been a while. Welcome back to our bi-weekly Star Trek Adventures game. Star Trek Axiom. I hope everyone is having a lovely evening. I've been working my butt off, and I have not been streaming. At all, like I said I was. And that sucks. I have a, big project. Gonna try to do some crafting tomorrow. Because if I don't have my work done by streaming time, I'm in big trouble. So, hey, deadlines make things easy. Anyway, we are getting ready to see what happens with the Doug. Hope everyone's kind of excited. It should be quite good. We're gonna have a lot of fun. We're gonna get everywhere. We've been, wrangling people is always wrangling everything is hard. Technical issues. We've had, oh boy, cameras have been real fun today. But I think we're good to go. I'm gonna pause the music in a minute, and I think we're gonna be up, ready to go. Let me talk to everybody right quick, because I only have so many channels on my mixer. By the way, exclamation point STA in the chat gives you information where to see this afterwards if you miss it. Because Twitch eats my VODs. Everyone's VODs. It's very annoying. But go to YouTube, also. And I still don't know why it doesn't display over here. It just should be over here. Anyway, I'm going to pause the music, and we are going to watch a fun video. Yeah, see, chat can see it. It's fine. Alright. And I think everything is live. We got, oh boy, we got lots of stuff up. Welcome. And you may take it away.
Hi, everybody. How's everybody doing tonight? Some more Axiom. Let's see how we can resolve the Doug. We are going to go right into the play today. Tobin, you start to kind of roll into consciousness. The light starts to kind of flicker back into your eyes. You feel just this sharp, throbbing pain. A sharp pain surrounded by a throbbing pain in your shoulder. And it just kind of like dawns on you that you got, skewered.
I feel like somebody hit me with a spear. Who does that?
Standing over you, hovering over you is the familiar face of Billy Backwater. It's like, well, welcome back.
Am I?
Well, we got kind of a situation there, Captain, but
Well,
good to see you.
where am I right now?
You kind of look up. You kind of start to sit up fast, and then you feel the pain kind of really radiates. Like he obviously stitched it up with his medical magic, but it's still sore. It's still real sore. You got some muscle issues in there. So what was your stress at previous? Was it like 7 or 1,000 or something?
7. Seven's a fun,
7.
very popular number for me.
All right, let's take your stress back down to a 3.
Oh, that's... You are trying to kill me.
Well, you're still stressed because you're still hurting. It's still gonna take like it
Yeah.
wasn't even just like a phaser, like a primitive weapon just sliced a lot of tendons and stuff in there. So you're gonna have to. It's gonna take a little time to get the soreness out. Like he can stitch you up, he can make you good, but you still got to do some actual natural healing.
Weird. No one's done that in hundreds of years.
What? Right? Exactly. Exactly. How dare they not shoot me with a laser gun? But you kind of sit up. You kind of come to. Ada is a little panicky, but you could see she's very stressed, but she's got her fingers kind of like rolling over the keypad. Enzo, as you're starting to come to back, you hear Enzo say something kind of off in the distance, and Backwater goes, "It's all right. He's up. He'll be fine. He'll be able to do his duty." And then Enzo leaves the room. Backwater looks at you and goes, "Well, I guess I'm up here now. I'm going to quickly relay this to you. The 2 thingamajigs I've been informed by Enzo are somewhere in the ship running around. So he's got to go deal with that. Yeah, but we've got another problem." And Ada's like, "The problem is this insane ship in front of me, Captain." Do you get up to your feet?
Yes.
She goes, "Captain, I'm sorry, I got to do a voice, don't I?" She goes, "Captain, I don't know what to do. I mean, really, this thing, it keeps firing photon torpedoes. It keeps doing weird maneuvers I've never seen, like just strange movements. But again, Captain, the photons aren't locking on. They're not getting target locks before they shoot them."
Okay. What was Enzo's last analysis of the ship?
Enzo's last analysis of the ship is that it was. I think you were actually awake for this, if I recall correctly.
They hadn't started firing yet.
They hadn't started firing.
They started with the spear and then the random throwing of torpedoes.
All right, just to recap, the ship is fully functional and dangerous. However, it has weird systems, powered and not powered. It does have its shields up, so transporting your people out will be very difficult and very risky. It is firing photon torpedoes, but it is not getting any sort of target lock on you. And basically, this part she relays to you, it seems that they are trying to aim the torpedoes manually in space. Like they're trying to just point the bays at you and shoot the torpedoes in your direction. That's what it seems like.
We're like, facing space kobolds.
We are facing space kobolds. That is,
they're literally 100%. Manually
100%.
100%.
Manually aiming the torpedoes. I.e., there's a kobold in the torpedo going.
Throwing them.
I'm definitely expecting one of them to come flying out accidentally, or perhaps duct taped to it with some wings.
Yes. What's really, she's like, what's really weird is how close they are. I feel like they must have had a lot of practice doing this. A lot of practice, because while I haven't really been in danger of hitting, I know if I don't keep moving, they will eventually hit us.
Well, fortunately, we are very maneuverable, and you've done quite well so far. So, yeah, keep that keep up the maneuvering, and I think... Can we get another scan of their ship? Is there...
She's like, I can't. I'm kind of busy.
All right.
So,
well, I will...
You want to attempt it?
Yeah, I will attempt it.
What are you specifically scanning for?
I'm looking for... Let's see what the official phrasing for these are.
Phrasing. So important in Star Trek.
It really is.
I never get it right, so I won't fault you.
Presumably this would just be a sensor sweep. I think we really need a scanner for weakness for this. This would just be identifying the, for one, whether their power fluctuations are a result of damage or just incompetence. And,
Yes.
Check all of the above. Okay. Yeah, go ahead. I gotta remember the stats.
Reason
again.
plus sciences, assisted by ships plus sensors, because I
There
keep
you go.
reference sheets because I don't know any of this shit off the
Good
top
man.
of my head.
I'm glad.
Reason,
Sensors,
science,
Nope.
task.
Not way. Sensors, science, that works.
Computers.
One, rolling the assist from the ship. And I don't think that did anything. Let's find out. Oh, no, one success.
One success total or a success from the ship? Oh,
Success from the ship. So
one
two
for me, one
successes
from the
total.
ship.
Huzzah! Okay, we're gonna say you needed one for this, so you guys can collect a momentum on that one. And,
Yay!
So it is fairly easy to see from a sensor sweep that the power inconsistencies, while there is definitely some damage to the system, the damage to the system seems to be more related to poor maintenance than them actually being hit by anything. The power systems are incompetence. Whoever is running that ship is rolling dice to decide how to do it, or they've got their own way. In fact, you're kind of blown away that they're managing to fly it and shoot torpedoes in your direction.
All right. Well, I'm suspicious that they may not be a natively spacefaring people.
I can't wait to tell the story of the Doug.
Try to hail us. Try to hail us with the unjammable communication system.
Narc,
Narc is not on the ship with you. Oh, that's right. You don't know who's not there.
Yeah.
You say Narc. Yeah, sure. You say Narc.
And he's not there.
Backwater's like, sorry to tell you this, Captain, but all you got is these hands and those hands. And he points at Ada. He goes, we don't know how it happened or when it happened, but it seems Lenra, Narc, and Lieutenant Tinkers all got beamed over to the other ship. They were kind of replaced by the two whatever. The security team is trying to wrangle them.
Right. Well, we seem to have a problem with this happening frequently. Computer, make a note for hardening the bridge against external transporter interference. All right, thank you.
Wait, harden it against it? That just means it makes it easier for people to beam us off.
Oh boy. So,
It is at this point that the Doug ship stops moving, and Ada goes, "Sir, we
yeah.
are receiving a hail."
Video, I presume.
Bagwater looks at you and goes, "Well, this ought to be just great.
On screen.
Glad I'm on the bridge for this one." All right, you put it on screen. What you see is a bridge. What you kind of think is a bridge, but it is a bridge designed for. You know what? No, I'm gonna make you roll for this. Give me insight science. You're only gonna need one success from the pattern. I will give a description of what it is, but
Cultural studies.
Yes, it's kind of a far reach, but I'm gonna give it to you.
You're welcome. We can have all that momentum. That's 3.
I'm so glad you guys are actually rolling good.
Listen, we have plenty of session for me to change that pace.
Okay. All right. So, yeah, you look at this and immediately things jump out at you as wrong. The size of, you remember the size of the creature that speared you. He was small. He was about 4 feet tall. He wasn't big. So this ship, this bridge seems size-wise to be built for people who would be like humanoids that would be somewhere around 9 to 10 feet tall. Like huge consoles, huge chairs, everything. In the center of this huge captain's chair is this little purple Doug. It has a much more thin, kind of narrow, almost needle-like snout. It has this kind of large crown made out of like cords that have been like wrapped together and put over its head. It has also the loose clothing, and it has a scepter instead of a spear. At the end of the scepter looks to be some sort of crystal, something. You're hoping it's not dilithium, that it's just flailing around on a scepter, like that kind of shit. And it just starts to talk angrily at you, really fast. Just and it just keeps going. It's not stopping. It's not giving you a pause. You don't know how it's breathing. It just keeps talking. While it talks, you are able to glean some information about the bridge. At each one of these oversized consoles are a different little Doug just up there on them, standing on them with like one arm on like a switch over here, then another arm on a switch over here.
It's kind of
like
impressive.
All sorts of different things. Yes. The other thing you notice about the bridge is that the bridge has been decked out in like very primitive like stuff, like wood, like weird things that kind of almost make it look like a very primitive shrine. And he just keeps going.
I mute our side briefly, and
Backwater just like looks at you like. I can't keep going, or my voice will go out very early in this stream. But he's just still going. He has very narrow lizard-like eyes. He seems to be a little bit smaller than all the other Dougs. Like he's probably like 3'8", 3'9", somewhere in there. And he radiates irritation.
I briefly mute our side for my share.
He doesn't even notice.
No,
he just keeps going. Actually, you don't hear him anymore. So he's like,
Oh no, I don't mute him. I make sure that we're silenced on our side. Lieutenant Green, make sure to keep moving. Wait, have no idea if they're just gonna start firing randomly again. And then unmute. I can try communicating with them again.
She's like, that really worked well. Oh, sorry, Captain.
As you were.
Grid Fam just died. Hey, Grid Fam just died, I think.
No, again.
We just lost Sean and Nick, I think.
This heckin'
Sean and Nick Jitsu.
Why is this app like this?
Grid Fam!
Why is this app like this? Why are you like this?
Why can't you be normal?
Grid Fam is being run by Dugs today.
Obviously. Make sure we got everybody back. Okay. All right, we're good. Doug. Doug fam.
Yeah. Doug. Yeah, he just keeps going. Are you going to let him talk himself out or try and interrupt him? Those are really your two options. And it's a command decision.
Yep. Actually, is the spear still here?
Yeah, the spear's still there. Got some nice trill blood on it.
Yeah, that's well, the how do I want to say this? All right. Tobin's going to pick up the spear. Okay. Which is not very big. And step forward and try to negotiate a peace with hand gestures, like he did before, but hopefully correct this time.
All right. I'm gonna say you need 2 successes to get him to even listen to you. And we're gonna need. I gotta look up some stats here.
Make sure you've got all your participles in place so that it's we want peace with you, not we want a piece of you.
Right? It's
or even worse, we want your mother. What?
How dare.
We're gonna say presence command. This is command, baby.
It is.
You got a decent presence.
Yep. I'm going to go with linguistics focus, values of nothing better than practical experience. You do it wrong once, you do it less wrong the second time.
Okay, everybody brace. Gorn is calling in.
And I am going to burn one of the many momentum I just got.
What's up? What's up, buddy?
Hey, you're about to watch me see how the how long my rolling holds up.
Basically, I had you leave to go chase down the things.
Oh,
Tobin woke up.
Cool.
So he's now negotiating with the captain, I guess. What'd you roll?
5 successes.
Holy Lord!
Jesus.
What was the difficulty?
Target is 13 and 3d10.
What was
I rolled 4d20 with the
It was
focus
And
and
not even a
didn't roll
single
anything
complication?
yeah.
and
I
didn't
know.
roll
This
anything
is-
higher,
I gotta
anything
give you something good here.
higher
Don't
than the
jinx it.
date.
uh,
Hold on, I need a
Okay.
prop for this. I think.
that's three.
I-
It's three momentum. It was 2 successes just to get him to listen, but I think we're gonna go a step further on this one. While he's getting prop, Mark, Mark, you're Mark. You say Mark. I
Usually.
think. It's hard for me. So certain people like to go by different names. So I'm trying to get it right. Mark, you basically Backwater brought him back. He's still sore, but he brought him back. So he took
Good.
command. You went after the one that winked at you in the turbo lift. So
Bitch.
you're off to coordinate with
Scaly
your
ass.
you're off to coordinate with your security guards about bringing down the 2 dogs that are just running rampant in the ship.
Excellent.
And as far as anything else, you basically you're up to okay.
You had to name him Doug, because now all I keep getting in my head is the theme from Doug.
Do 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 do.
You,
Wait,
Whoa,
no,
whoa, whoa.
wait,
Hey,
no,
hey,
no.
guys, we don't want to go with the
Yeah,
We're gonna get a
copyrighted
copyright hit, man.
material.
Yeah.
Copyright hit. Bad man.
Demonetized.
I get copyright hits on non-monetized background music when Brian plays it sometimes. So, geez, man. Aether. Geez,
It's fine.
I'm off today. Forgive me.
To make things easy for you, I'm Nick Jitsu, and I go by the pronouns Nick Jitsu.
You're real easy because if I say Nick, I'm just shortening Nick Jitsu, so it makes it work. Aether, you get this spear. You kind of you just I don't know the spirit takes you, and you just kind of like turn around and you're like, boom! You pound it like 3 times on the floor, and you give him the eyes, and like Backwater looks at steps back and goes, what in the, and Ada looks at you, but for whatever reason, the dog on the other end, like all the other dogs stop and look at you, like they stop on their consoles and everything, they look at you, they look at each other, they're like, Doug. The purple leader one kind of leans back a little bit, strokes his beak a little bit. Doug. And then he cuts off communication. But his ship stops moving and they are not trying to shoot you anymore. We're gonna switch.
Hey.
Excuse me, guys. We're gonna switch to Mark. Mark, you
Yes.
are rushing down the turbo lift. After the thing's obviously already got off on some floor. You're rushing down the turbo. You're going after it. What do you do?
Well, I tell the computer to take me to the whatever floor that thing just got off at.
Okay. right.
And I have I tell the security guards to seal off that deck.
Okay.
And then
You only got 4 of them.
no, I mean just lock all the doors.
Oh, okay. I see.
Yeah.
I see.
Just the
Got
computer seals off the deck.
Oh, computer. Okay. Sorry,
yeah.
my bad.
And then I'm gonna have T-Rex meet me on this floor, and then I'm gonna have Riley meet me on this floor. I'm gonna have T-Rex and I'm gonna have T-Rex go 1 floor up, and I'm gonna have the other 2 guys go 1 floor down.
Fish and coal.
Yeah, and just sweep these decks.
They were actually tracking the other one who had gone into the Jeffries tube.
Oh, right. Okay.
So
All right, well, then I don't pull them off of that. I just I'm gonna have Riley and T-Rex meet me on this floor, and we'll go from there.
Okay. Oh, okay. All right. All right. So they're tracking. Riley and T-Rex are heading to meet you on the floor. They said they're like ETA 2 minutes tops. However, the door opens and you just see the hallway, stuff knocked over and like glass broken. Like it's not hard to track this thing. It's just ran down the hallway, fucking shit up. That's what it's doing.
All right.
You got him all riled up.
I'm gonna take off down the hallway at a dead run. I'm not gonna shout after him or anything. I'm just gonna try and catch up if I can.
Just try and catch up. Okay. All right. He's pretty fast, but he doesn't know you're chasing him. So I'm not gonna make it contested. I'm just gonna give you a let's do fitness security real quick. Just to hoof it and catch up with him.
Sounds good.
Not make any wrong turns.
All right. Let's do. I'm not gonna use a focus on this one. Just how many successes do we need?
Just one. Just one.
All right. I'm gonna sneak a momentum here.
Okay.
And go like that.
Comes right in, takes the momentum.
2 successes.
Okay, so you got that momentum back. All right, you're hoofing it after this thing. You end up hearing a scream from the cafeteria area, which is much like it's like a small area for you.
Right,
It's like
it's a mess
tables.
hall.
Yeah, it's a shitty ass ship. So it's like three things in a replicator, and a dude named Carl who just like throws replicated food at you. You kind of come in. You just see this like one girl. You're not familiar with her. You think she's like a engineering ensign or something. She's just like, oh, what is that? And you see the Doug over a plate of food, just like scarfing down. Just like
I shoot him.
Okay.
That's
all right. Take the shot, man. Take the shot. Don't miss this time. You can
yeah,
get
right.
another wink.
All right. So this time, I'm gonna go ahead and use the prepare action to do. Is it vicious that does more damage on a hit?
I'm not sure.
I think whichever one adds damage for specials.
Okay.
It's still set on stun. I'm gonna use my hand phaser's focus. This is control and security, right?
Yeah, definitely.
All right, I'm gonna sneak another momentum in here.
Really want to fuck this thing up.
Oh yeah! Ah, for fuck's sake!
Oh, I like that. What'd you roll? Yeah.
I got a success.
Yeah, but ranged attacks require 2 successes.
How many?
2 on range. Ranged always require 2 because they don't get to contest. They always require 2.
Oh shit! I forgot.
So
that.
you miss, and there's a complication.
Sorry,
This
Ensign.
is amazing. Yeah, this is amazing. Were you on stun?
Oh yeah.
Tell me you were
very
on stun.
Very much
Okay.
on stun. Yeah. Oh, that's gonna be an awkward letter.
All right, here's what happens. You go to shoot at it. You come in the room. As you come in the room, it kind of sees you coming in the room, and he discuses the plate at you.
Mhm.
And as he discusses the plate at you, you kind of rear back. You end up shooting. You hit the ensign. She goes, "Ow!" and like falls down. And the Doug.
Sorry.
This is what the Doug does. The plate misses you. You hit this. The Doug looks at you, then looks at that, and goes, and then just like leaps this huge leap off the table and out the other side hatch.
Oh man.
And we're gonna switch off. This is amazing. I was like, he's gonna hit it. It's gonna be over, and then he missed. And I was like, this is my favorite part of this game so far. This is easily
Enzo learns what the Wharf effect means.
in-depth storyline, no, I want
No.
master. I
Pure
just want a
slapstick.
game master, a
Enzo-
Doug fucking with somebody for
Okay.
hours while they fail to shoot
First
it.
off, Enzo, you're still conscious, so this isn't the warp effect. The Wharf effect.
Well,
Fair.
Secondly,
you know,
you're channeling the wrong series. You're not a stormtrooper.
All right, we're gonna switch over to the other
All right.
ship and the transporter room. Narc, Tinkers, Lenra, you guys are in front of this council of Doug, and basically, the Doug just starts to tell you the story. You guys don't understand it really, but Narc's fancy little contraption is kind of relaying the information to you. One thing you notice about it is it's still, the story doesn't quite make sense, even with the behavioral translator, because while that's translating the behavior of it, it's not really getting the fine details of whatever this thing is trying to explain. So Tinkers weirdly just starts to relay it to you guys. Just goes, guys, well, what I know is, I talked to these guys for a while, and basically what the deal is this ship used to belong to these other things that they think are gods. They call them the Fae. And then there was something going on with their planet, so the Fae came and they got them. And they brought them on, and personally, it kind of sounds to me like they were kind of like dogs, like pets for the Fae. That's kind of how I'm feeling it. But then what it seems to be, at this point, while he's telling the story, which he'll continue to tell the story, but Narc specifically, I want you to roll an insight science. Difficulty is 1.
All right. Let's see here. I guess I'll leave the momentum alone this time. Do I get anything from any focuses? Let's see, behavioral analysis or linguistics?
I'm gonna say no on this one.
Okay, that's fine. Here we go. Roll them. Did that roll? Oh no, it didn't. Hold on.
You're fine.
Roll them. There we go. 1 success.
Okay. So Narc, being a scientist, and knowing Steven Tinkers, you actually probably know him the best of all of the senior staff. You don't understand how Tinkers can speak their language, since the universal translator can't even translate their language. But for some reason, Tinkers seems to understand everything they're saying without any question whatsoever. And you're not exactly sure why that is, but it's just a brainworm that got into your head, and you're like, how the fuck do you know what they're saying? Sort of situation. He continues to tell the story. So man, they took them up here, and what it sounds like is their planet had some sort of disaster going. But they described this mass death of the Fae, and I gotta say, I think it's like a disease or something, and they all died out. So these the Doug, they had to figure out how to run the ship by themselves, and that's what they've been doing. But they think of the whole thing as like a religious artifact, like this is their place. So what they do is they pass on the jobs on to the next generation, because they're not smart enough like us humans to understand a wide variety of different subjects and things. So what they end up doing is like one Doug will run the transporter room and one Doug will run the weapons, and they just know that. That's it. That's how they do. That's all they do their entire life as master, and then they pass it on to their kid. Well, we done fell into a real weird situation where this guy here, the real smart Doug, his name is Blug. And Blug is actually better at the wayfinding, and that's what basically they call the captain as. But he wasn't born into it. So all these Doug over here want him to be the captain. But Flug, who is actually the wayfinder, he's a big old idiot. He's going to lead him down the wrong path. So, hold on. Sorry. So basically, they're trying to get them to give up the ship to Blug, but Flug has locked himself in there with some people who are loyal to him, and they won't let him come in. That's the situation. They've been waiting for a chosen one to resolve it, a chosen one of the Fae. They think I'm the chosen one of the Fae because I landed on that there X over there. And that's it. You guys aren't talking, but that's all the story I got to tell you. I don't know what to do from there, but they think that I'm going to save them.
Well, it appears you probably will.
Me? I don't know about that. It'll
you're
probably
the
be
only.
you, Lenra. You're all smart. You know what to do.
Well, unfortunately, you're the one who seems to be able to communicate with them. You have a better handling of the situation, so this is your lead.
Tinker, a quick question from you. Actually,
You can
two very
ask me
important
anything, best
questions.
friend.
Uh, One thing, how long have you been on this ship with them?
I've been on here not long at all. Very small period of time. Probably teleported same time you guys came over.
Interesting. I was just thinking, when is the last time any of them ate? Have they figured out how to make rations for themselves? Are they eating the matter that's on the ship? I mean, what do they eat? If they've been doing this for generations, like, what kind of food's on board?
Well, see, that's the trick. The Wayfinder manages to take their ship to planets and galaxies, and then they beam stuff aboard, and they figure out how to use it. That's how they've been surviving. They've been surviving for generations up here like this. Kind of random chance. Weird, huh?
Very
Universe is a
interesting.
crazy place. I love being in the Federation, man. You just never see anything like this back on Earth. It's crazy.
Right.
This is very interesting indeed. I'm going to have to update my universal translator to be able to figure out the correlation between their rudimentary language and the phonographic interpretation that you've been able to make from it.
Oh no, the whole that's weird, isn't it? I don't know. I beamed in, and for some reason, I can understand what they're trying to say, like immediately. And what's weird about it is I can't understand their words. Like they're just saying Doug a lot, and then other things that rhyme with Doug. That's it. That's all they're doing. But for some reason, I just in my head, like just pops up an image of what they need. I don't know. It's strange. You think it's some sort of telepathic nesis?
There's no such thing. Ferengis otherwise are immune to certain things like that, including superstition and getting gypped.
Nark, you gonna investigate this any further?
I mean, I'm a scientist. I guess I'm gonna start looking for more.
Discord.
What other things can I take samples of? Like, let's see. So they've been to lots of different places, huh? I'm gonna start kind of cataloging the different like things that are in here, like the different plant material that they've built stuff out of, just to kind of see like they've got leaves from things for beds, they've got sticks from other stuff. Just gonna start kind of
tricorder action.
Yeah, just kind of scanning things and cataloging
I'm the
stuff
only
in
Star
here.
Trek game master that will ever say that sentence. Okay, so okay, I'm not even gonna make you roll.
Tricorder.
Now you kind of know what you're looking for. I'm not even gonna make you roll. Yeah, there is just plant life from all over the place, and obviously this is all beta quadrant stuff, so it's very hard to differentiate it from one thing to another. But once you do internal readings, you kind of go, oh, this plant couldn't really exist with this plant, but somehow they're on the same ship and stuff like that. What he's saying is basically right. Like basically what they are is they're like if all of us died and our dogs were a little bit smarter and they had to figure out how to exist in our world, that's what these guys are. Like they literally, like, these people took them as pets because their world was going to die. Like there was a natural disaster going on. At least that's what they believed.
We 100% have to play Pugmire at some time.
And then they all died. They all died from a virus that they may have picked up from that. And then these things just had to find a way to adapt to their surrounding. One thing you definitely get into reading on the scanner is them, which they are much more amenable to, since the Chosen One says, hey, just let them scan you. And you realize that their intelligence level and their capacity for intelligence is actually very low. They're like somewhere between a chimpanzee and a human on Earth. Like they're not human. They're not that smart. So basically, they literally only have They literally only have the capacity to understand one job and at the very basic level of how to do it. So yeah, this is how they're surviving. They're just kind of surviving by random chance and weird religious beliefs.
Yandra, I think as the commanding officer, it would be important for us to perhaps ascertain where the ship came from and where it's headed. I mean, that could be important information if we're going to set up trade routes and figure out what kind of materials they want to start bartering with the Federation.
I don't think the Federation's going to be bartering with these creatures, sadly.
I don't know about
And
that.
we were-
They seem to be producing a large amount of natural resources, which could be very beneficial in terraforming and other things. I wonder what their waste reclamation practices are like.
Tinkers now steps up before you can respond and goes, if you want me to ask him something, I could just ask him. They're a real friendly bunch, once you get to know them and they think you're their savior.
No. When it comes to waste reclamation, we want to play this very close to the chest.
This is my contribution to the Star Trek universe. Okay. Okay. So yeah. So what do you guys do? Tinkers is waiting.
First off, we have to get onto the bridge. We're not going to be able to do anything really here.
I have a great idea, Captain, commanding officer, about the captain and the bridge. So, since it seems that they have a power struggle going on here, perhaps it would make sense for us to supplicate ourselves to their commanding officer and thus show them that we have fealty to them, and that way we gain their trust. Then we can rally the forces and stand behind them while they retake the rest of their ship. From behind them, maybe in a corner.
Right.
Doug.
There's kind of a scale problem, but that's one thing.
Yeah, there's a bit of a scale problem. 2, we're not armed, and 3, they've locked the bridge. And I don't think the person who knows how to unlock it is on this side.
Tinkers goes, hold on a second. He turns around to the Doug that seems in charge, Blug. And he goes, Blug, Doug. And then Blug steps up and goes, Blug, Doug, Blug, Blug, Dog, Blug, so Dog, Blog, Dog, Blog. He goes, Blug. He turns back to you guys and goes, they got Jeffrey tubes on this ship, and Blug here has mapped them all, whereas the rest of the Dougs don't always know where they are. So he says he could actually get us through there, because the other ones, they stay clear of it because they're afraid of them. They think there's monsters in there, and there just isn't monsters in there.
Right.
So we could use the Jeffrey tubes to try and get to the bridge.
Can you make sure that there's no monsters? Make sure they said no monsters and not there are monsters. It could be very important.
Blug starts to speak. Blug, dog, flug, Blug, dog, flug. And then Tinkers goes, it sounds like, according to Blug, this was just a thing that the Flugs started back in the day so that people wouldn't use them because they didn't know how to figure them out. Once Blug started mapping them, Blug's actually smarter than the rest of them, I'm telling you what. But once they started mapping them out, he found out there's no monsters in there.
Right.
It's all right, Narc. He's a stand-up guy. You could trust him. And then he claps you on the shoulder. When I steer you wrong, Narc, you're my best bud. Don't forget that.
I don't know, Tinkers. I've seen you make decisions in the past, so I trust you completely.
You've seen me make decisions? I feel I've stayed very clear of that.
Yes, I watched some of the security footage when you're making decisions about the meals that you're going to have, which of the Sonic Towers to step into. Not after you step into the Sonic Towers, of course. That would be weird. But yeah, I watch you all the time.
He goes, you're right, Narc. I eat some weird food.
Speaking of
I'm
weird
just saying,
food, do they have any weird food on this ship? If so,
I'm
I
just
think we should
sitting there.
definitely
I'm
procure
just.
some.
I literally am just sitting there, realizing Narc is basically admitting to committing like complete privacy, like complete
Welcome
like.
aboard.
Whole variety of things.
I've literally watched you poop. It's like,
Star Trek producers out there, you're welcome.
no.
Gross
No.
invasion of privacy,
God.
and it is gross.
All right. So what do you guys decide to do?
Well, we have to go through the Jeffries tubes anyway, and we again have to get to the bridge because we're not going to be able to do anything here. So lead the way, Tinkers.
Tinker's like, oh, Leonard, that's sweet of you. You sure you
Not
want me
really.
to lead the way?
Well,
Before
you're the only
before
one.
we go,
You're the
can we establish a couple of things like Blood thinks he's the smartest, and some of these think they're the smartest, but how do we know the ones that think he's on our side versus the other side? I mean, kind of they all look like Doug to me, so I can't exactly tell them apart. And I don't know which ones are on the Blood side and the Flood side. Do they have flags or special uniforms or
Tinker
funny
suddenly
hats?
looks blown away. Holy, I never even thought of that, Narc. We could be working with the bad guys.
Are we working with the bad guys, Tinkers?
I don't think so.
Oh, okay. Well, then
He
we're
turns
safe.
to Blug and he goes, Blug, Doug, Flug, Blug. And Blug's like, Blug, Flug. He's like, no, he says Flug's a bad guy. I think we
Okay.
can trust him.
I think so too, especially with the business arrangements that they'll be able to sign and make permanent at a later time.
Blug actually turns around. He picks out a couple of warriors and he starts to rally them. Is Seatown coming back, or is he just done? Like, should I keep going without him? Because he's been gone for a real long time. Okay, all right, there he is. I was like,
I can still hear you.
Should I stop doing the game here because he's not here? All right. So Blug turns around and starts to actually gather a few warriors to travel with you guys to take the bridge. No arguments with that?
Nope.
Actually, is there any of the people in your guild that I know where the engineering systems are, or know how to use the communications devices or sensors?
He turns around and goes, It's hard. It's hard to say stuff like that because they don't really have words for stuff like that. It's all like fancy. He turns around and goes, Blug, Flug.
Can we turn off lights in places?
You can't. They don't know how to turn off lights in places. They can take you to what's called the beating heart, which is the engine room, which they have somehow managed to. Well, thankfully, hasn't cracked or broken because they'd all be dead. There's just no way they could maintain that. But yeah, they could take you to the engine room. The engine room is actually where you guys came from. They camp out there because it's the warmest, in their opinion.
Yeah, I was just wondering.
That's where they set up.
I was just wondering if they could, if they knew how to turn the lights off in the room before we went inside. Just that was all. So, but I don't want to go back to engineering or anything like that.
We're literally dealing with 1,000 monkeys on typewriters here. Okay.
That is correct. That is that's a good. I mean, it's not correct. They're not actually monkeys, but yes, that is a good facsimile of what is happening. Okay.
It
So
was the best of times. It was the Doug of times. What stupid Dougs?
Okay. It was. We switched back off to Tobin. Tobin, they've cut off communication. You're on the bridge. Ada's kind of like just watching. She's still kind of got the like. Not the twitch hands, but she's tense and ready if they start moving. Backwater kind of looks at you and goes, "Well, that was an interesting display there, Captain."
I think I'm a little. It seems that the ones that we're dealing with respect power, this is still going to be very interesting. I think I think we should be okay for a while. The next thing is to get through those shields. I hit my comm badge. Commander, I'm calling Enzo. Commander, how goes the...
Get back here, you piece of...
I
sorry.
turn that up. Alright. Alright, he's busy.
He just responds with, "Tell that ensign I'm sorry."
Some random ensign on the
sorry,
bridge
Commander,
goes, well, someone's using colorful metaphors.
Sorry, Commander. I'm in pursuit of one of the borders. What's the situation up there?
Stable? We seem to have established a temporary truce with them. We're working on getting through the shields next, so the sooner we have less things to worry about, the better.
Right. Boop.
Boop. Well.
As it just swings across the hallway and just boops you on the nose and keeps you...
Okay.
Just now it's just screwing with you.
Well. I'm going to do another scan. Do a scan for weakness. I'm going to see if there's something we can do, like reconfiguring the deflector or phasing the polarized whatchamajiggers.
Go for it.
And by that you mean fire the phasers, right?
C-Town, if you want to do the ship.
Control plus shine shoot.
1 second, I gotta...
You're fine, man. No rush, no rush.
There it is. Okay.
Difficulty of 1.
What are you trying to do?
Scan for weakness.
Quantum matrices.
Making sure. I didn't have to change anything. Nope, no help.
Computers.
Ship doesn't help.
Okay. As is the Danielson's way.
As it do.
It is still a
1.
box.
Okay. You scan for it, and it takes you a little bit, but you do realize that due to the way they do the power in the ship and the fact that they seem to have just like a bunch of junk added to the outside of the ship, you could actually, the shield actually, I don't want to say modulate, but fluctuates due to the power being insufficient inside the ship. So if you timed it, you could potentially get blast through the shield.
All right. Let's see if we can... All right. As in green, if you could monitor the shield fluctuations. Let's see if we can get the timing of their power cycle and see if we can take them out.
As the girl with the classroom crush, she's like, "Oh, shield fluctuations. That's genius, Captain. I mean, that's genius." And then she just starts to type away. Bagwater goes, "Yes, genius. Makes up for that spear to the chest, doesn't it?"
He laughs, but it hurts.
He goes, "Do you want me at a station? I mean, I'm a medical guy, but it doesn't seem like I need to be in medical right now, and you're a little short-handed up here."
Any assistance would be greatly appreciated.
He steps over to the weapons systems because he's assuming that's what you're going to need.
Yes.
Okay. She starts to she does it. We're gonna switch off to the internal of the ship real quick. Mark, give me a fitness / security check to chase this fucker down again. He knows you're coming for him now too. But you're gonna need 2 successes because he is breakneck sprinting.
I'm gonna steal a momentum.
I know exactly what happens if you get a complication too, and I want you to get a complication so bad. I've never wanted it.
Nope.
No complication or no
3
success?
successes. No
Bravo.
complications.
How do I spend threat again? Repost that to me. Where's that threat? That threat thing? You posted it to me before.
Yeah, no, you really can't do anything at this point.
Sean, you just say that because you don't want to lose.
No, he's
It's
rolled.
a regular thing.
If you had done it beforehand, yeah, you would have been able to increase his chance to have a complication, and you can't really affect his roll. So this isn't a roll off. So
All right. So you sprint after him,
Mhm.
and then yeah, you manage to catch up to him. He's just like chugging down the hallway though, like just chugging down the hallway.
Diving dropkick attempt number 2.
Yeah, that worked so well the first time.
You know.
now, if you haven't made an attack roll, now you can spend threat to do things.
Okay, what are those things I can do? I had a reference sheet. I don't know what I did with it.
You can be very nice to the players.
No.
Funny.
This
Funny.
is Zach. No.
No. I had a reference sheet that I was using. I just don't remember what file I put it in. Because
Give me 1 second here.
Aether actually gave me one, which was just a printed out page, and I had it, and I just don't remember what page I had it on.
Wait, give me a second. I'm seeing where mine is. 1 second.
You're fine. Yeah, I don't know why I didn't put it in that. I know it was in the play chat. I know it was in that play chat.
GM screen. Here we go. The table improvement. It's used for determination, complication, conflict, ship damage. I thought it would be on here. And of course it is not. Wow, that is helping. Wow, I forgot the GM screen does not tell. Wow, that is
Do the information for the GM.
gives you momentum. Right, it gives you the momentum, but it doesn't give me the
It's so frustrating. I got it. I know Aether sent it to me in some way, and I was using it the last time we played, and now I just don't remember where I had the damn thing.
All right.
I'm not putting it on you,
wait.
Aether. I'm saying that you had sent it to me, and I freaking lost the damn thing.
Yeah, Aether, come on, man.
Yeah, right.
No, it's
Who
not.
does this?
Oh my
Jeez.
god, it's not on him.
Why'd you have to send him a document he was gonna lose, man? What? Come on.
I found it.
Really?
I found it. I found it.
We see what kind of guy
it was
you
in the
are.
chat streams. I'm gonna save that shit now. Image right now. Sorry, everybody watching this nightmare.
Dog.
Yeah. Doug's also game mastering the game today.
Doug. No.
There we go. Now I got that shit.
Momentum, that doesn't help me.
Okay. All right. Concerning circumstances. Okay, when you get a complication, I can. Oh, that's just to get it. Immediate momentum. And it's just take the threat. I can spend it for that.
Wait, where's my other button?
All right. All right. All right. All right.
Ah! Why you do this to me, Windows?
I can create a complication. I can just create a complication.
Oh,
Yeah.
cool.
It doesn't say before or after the roll.
Mhm.
I could have just created a complication there if I wanted to.
I mean, it sounded like you had a good one. I'm just saying.
I did have a good one, but I let it pass. Okay, so what are you doing? I'm sorry. We went down that rabbit hole. What are you doing?
Shit.
That's not going to help.
Thank
It
you.
might attract him.
Shit. That's Mark's specialty.
I'm not trying to find narc. I'm trying to catch it. All right, forget it.
I can't forget it. You need to.
I'm just gonna shoot him again. I'm shooting him in the back.
All right.
I mean, he knows I'm there, but I'm still shooting him in the back.
Take the shot, man.
2 successes, right?
Yeah, 2 successes.
Okay. My hand phaser focus. Gonna go for the vicious again.
See what you get.
1 success, but no complications. Just a miss.
I'm going to spend 2 threat to create a complication.
Yes. There we go.
As per the rules of what we just read.
Gotta suck that threat down.
Yeah, I haven't been using a lot of threat, so. Okay. All
Do
right.
I nail somebody else in the corridor? Is that just watch out for Enzo? He's just shooting anybody.
You're running up towards him. You get kind of close to him because you really want to hit him this time. So you're getting up close. As you bring down the phaser to shoot, he literally pumps the brakes and dives backwards towards you. You end up getting like kneecapped. You go flying forward. You hit the ground. Well, give me a fitness security check to avoid any stress whatsoever. The phaser is going to skid across the floor away from you.
Yes, definitely.
I was about to say, you shoot him, you shoot the spear out of his hand, it flies in the middle, he shoots through the ship, out on the bridge, and
into the warp core.
No, into the captain's chest again.
Not even on that deck.
Tobin's like, all right, I resolved that. Oh,
can't have that.
Ace Ventura scene.
Can I use my hand-to-hand combat focus for this, or does that not apply?
I will allow it.
Right.
I will allow it.
How many successes am I looking for?
You're looking for one, just one to keep from taking any fall damage, basically.
2 successes and a complication.
And a complication.
Oh,
here we go.
It got interesting.
It's time to go, baby. It's time to go.
Wow, that is the full spectrum. Critical success, critical failure.
Right. Here's what we're gonna do. You manage to roll. You manage to actually like tuck and roll so your face doesn't hit the ground or anything. You roll with it, but when rolling with it, the phaser kind of bounced off the hallway floor. You end up kicking it with your foot, and it just like flies into another room. Like it's completely off the board at this point. Like you just kicked your phaser into a Jeffries tube, basically. You roll up, kind of stop and turn around. When you turn around, the Doug is just standing there, like cracking his neck. Round 2. We're gonna switch off to Tobin. Let's go to Tobin. Tobin. She's got the timing down. It's actually very easy to time because they're not powering the ship properly. So it's very like easy to be like 1, 2, 3 shield weaken. 1, 2, 3 shield weaken. It's real easy. It's like the waltz of the dumb shits. It's very simple. and she basically relays it to you. She's like, we can hit any place on the ship now through the shields. She backwater. You know what? I'm just gonna make a quick roll for myself.
Oh,
I love how the bridge is still loading. That's fun.
the shield the shields are timed to the Doug theme.
Okay. All right. No, he doesn't. Yeah. Okay. So yeah, you can shoot. You can shoot through the shield at this point. It's basically like a hole in the atmosphere. Like it just keeps like folding.
Right. All right, transport room. I'm gonna need
There it
some
is.
quick locks.
There it is. That's what I was rolling to see if Backwater figured out, because I was like, does he figure out he could just transport them out now? Through the weakened shields without that weird complication thing. Okay. Transporter room's like, all right. How are we supposed to do that?
Ensign?
Ensign relays the information. He goes, oh, wow. Okay, all right. Who powers a shield like this? Okay. We could get the locks. We could use this timing. It's no problem. And he finds the locks on Narc, Lenra, and the Tinkers. Waiting for your command, sir.
Can we get a communications through them?
Yeah. Oh,
Through
yeah.
shield?
Definitely. The communication is like, your communication systems are state of the art.
Ensign, can you pulse the comm relay through the shields?
Huh?
So just I'm just gonna see if
Non-tech garble to me.
yeah, if she can set the communications on the same sequence as the transporter and the shields.
Oh yeah, but your communication systems can go through shields. So unless they're super powerful shields. So yeah, like you don't need that
Right.
for the Danielson. It's one of the Danielson's upgrades.
All right. Communications. Commander, how's number one? How are things going?
Thank God. Where are we at this point? Are we making our way?
You're definitely in the Jeffries tube, and it is gross. Like it's not like covered in shit or anything, but it is not maintained in any way, shape, or form. They don't come here. It's definitely not a good place. You even find some of their dead bodies here. Like it's not pleasant.
Oh,
it's
so
like
it's
more like
so it's like the Danielson. Okay.
It's a little bit worse than the Danielson, just a tad. I don't think there's any leaves in the Jeffries tubes of the
We haven't been back
but...
through them yet.
True. We flew real close to that last planet.
Well, the Admiral left a few surprises as warnings.
Him just saying to his Klingon, put leaves in their Jeffries tubes.
No. I said bodies.
Oh, bodies. I see. Gotcha.
I mean,
they would definitely like to see bodies in the tubes.
Yeah, they definitely want to see bodies. Yeah. That's their goal.
Yeah.
We're trying to make our way into the bridge right now.
Is everyone safe and accounted for? We're largely stable here.
Yeah, all three of us. And what do you mean largely stable?
We do still have some of the entities are being tracked down by security. We can beam you. We've solved their shield modulation. Can beam you out at any time.
Better yet, can you beam us phasers?
Explain? Care to explain briefly?
Well, we may have we may have to take the bridge.
I can't wait to see the report on this one.
And while they are armed with primitive weaponry, it could be quite dangerous.
Captain,
Not knowing the
is that you, Captain?
We could just beam you out.
At this point, the all of the Doug around you, the warriors that went with you guys into the Jeffrey tubes, have dropped to their knees and start bowing and just like chanting Doug because you guys are talking to the gods right now.
Captain, is that you?
I've had better days and worse ones, clearly.
Excellent, Captain. Instead of beaming us back to our ship, I think we should send an engineering team over.
Send an engineering team. Can we get phasers?
Engineering team and phasers have been requested.
We should.
Leonard's like, we live here now.
No. We don't live here now. We're kind of in the middle of a situation that wouldn't be good to just beam out of.
We've.
Definitely, Captain. We haven't even finished our first round of negotiations on their business proposal yet.
I think it would probably be preferable to negotiate without shields and weapons active, and with perhaps fewer Prime Directive problems, if at all possible.
To be perfectly honest, if the history we've learned is the Prime Directive is out the window at this point.
We don't have windows.
Not necessarily, Commander. If you actually consider this, they were able to transport us to their ship, albeit without their originating technology. But, I mean, there's been lots of civilizations that have come across other type of alien artifacts and different types of knowledge that may have come from another civilization on their other type of on the other side of their planet that they didn't invent themselves. My thought was, if we could get an engineering team over here, then we could all supplicate ourselves to the leader Glub and Flug, Blub,
Yeah.
Blood.
Is Tinkers there with you as well?
Yes,
I'm here, Captain. I'm all good to do whatever you need me to do.
All right.
Tinkers
I
has-
think you're.
Tinkers
Get
has
us off
done a
this damn
fantastic
ship.
job
Think you're ready to
establishing
beam
first
out?
contact with this new species.
Beam us out. Jesus Christ. I got freaking
All right.
Narc trying to
Three to beam out.
Captain, I adamantly refuse. I don't think that this is a good idea. I really think that you should reconsider this wrong course of action. The business negotiations, Captain. The
So
business
Tobin, you want to beam him out?
negotiations.
3 to beam out.
engineering.
You guys beamed out.
Come off the transporter pad like I'm getting. Yeah.
Right, hold on. We got to resolve a couple of other things.
There's a lot going on right now.
I didn't think he was going to beam me out. I mean, theoretically, he could just beam them back in and you guys could just leave. But, at this point, Enzo, you are squaring off with the Doug. He's like, oh, yeah. He's like doing weird flexes. Like he's like it's like pre-wrestling match. Like he's ready to fucking go. And at this point, just out of nowhere, from the side, this perfect sliding drop kick from T-Rex nails the Doug. Just nails him in the side of the head. He flips into the wall. Poof! He falls. He starts to get up, and then Kyle O'Reilly hits him with a phaser.
Yes.
And he goes down. T-Rex just stands up. She looks at you and goes, I believe that is how you throw a drop kick.
Oof.
Perhaps you can lead
I knocked my camera out of whack doing that. Hold on, everybody. Sorry, everybody. Didn't even realize it was like half my head was on that thing.
I just sort of, yes. Perhaps we all need some remedial martial arts training.
At this point, your communicator goes off, Enzo, and you just hear, Enzo, Cole here, Ensign Cole here.
Go ahead.
Yeah, we lost track of the Doug. We think he's heading towards engineering, but you guys are closer. I don't know how he turned around on us.
Enzo to the bridge.
That's Tobin.
This would, Commander?
Can you locate the other entity on internal sensors?
Ensign, let's see if we can
Yeah.
find them.
Not even gonna make you roll for that. Backwater actually does it real quick.
Can you please beam him to the brig or something?
Backwater locates him. He says he is stationary in engineering.
All right. I nod at T-Rex and Riley.
Beam them back to their ship.
Totally beam them back to their ship. That's totally allowed. All right. We are gonna switch to a little scene real quick. We just cut to engineering, and you just see the Doug like sitting there, and he's just eating a Snickers bar, and you see across from him is Eddie Teach, and he's like, "Yeah, you dragons, you love chocolate, don't you?" And he's eating the other half of Snickers, and then the Doug just like beams out of engineering, and he goes, "Oh, well, back to work," and then he just goes about his business. All right. So you have beamed the Dougs back to the other ship. And yeah, the other ship's just kind of floating there. He's not the other ship's not doing anything.
I shake
let's
my head and go to the bridge.
Yeah.
Okay,
I need
to the bridge.
the senior staff to return to the bridge, please.
Lenra, were you already headed to the bridge? Or where were you going?
Uh-oh.
We can't hear you, man. You are muted.
I was heading back to the bridge.
Okay, cool. Just want to make sure. Narc, you going with Lenra and Tinkers?
Yes.
No, he's going to the transporter pad. Beam me back!
All right. You guys head to the bridge. I'm going to say you guys get there just before Enzo does. Yeah. So, yeah, you guys, you're on bridge. Backwater's there. Actually, we're going to have you all meet up, get in there at the same time. Party is reunited. Enzo, Lenra, Narc, and Tinkers all head back onto the bridge. Backwater looks right at Enzo and goes, "Oh, thank God. I thought I was going to actually have to fire one of these things."
Yeah, no, I'm looking forward to this part.
All yours, Lieutenant. And then he steps back. He looks at you, Captain, and goes, "Permission to take my exit of the bridge."
Granted and appreciated.
Of course. You get any more foreign objects shoved in your face, you let me know.
Okay, what happened while we were gone?
I'm good.
You actually see Tobin's uniform on his shoulder is like soaked in blood. You can see it was like ripped a little bit open, but the wound has been, there's a scar there, a little scar there.
He's got a bloody,
the wound has been healed.
He does have the spear in his hand.
And he does have a spear in his hand, a Doug spear.
Can we get through any mission where you won't get injured?
Hey, how's the shoulder, Captain?
Better. How's
good?
So, the commander, how was what's the status over there?
Interesting. Tinkers, do you want to fill them in?
Okay.
Tinkers?
And then we're going to
He's
cut
the one
to
with the
him
most...
explaining it all.
Yeah, because he's the one with all the... He knows
breath,
more than
and
us.
then goes through it because I can't explain all of that in his voice the second time. So he explains you are all filled in on what the Doug are. The ship is still hovering in space outside phaser range from you guys. Has not made a move yet. Tobin gets to make a decision.
Yep.
What you gonna do?
Do I even have a conference room?
Yeah, a little one.
They're just like the turbolifts, and over here. Oh wait, you can't even see the mouse in there. The where the office normally would be is a broom closet.
Yeah.
It's
Just
not
all
a big
get
one,
into
but
the
you guys
broom
had
closet.
one. Because Anaphis had met with you guys in it
Yep.
for the first mission. So you guys
Ready?
had it.
Nothing else.
All right. You guys head into the conference room.
Yep. Just
Senior staff meeting. Are you taking Tinkers in?
he's the expert.
Love that.
This is a
sentence.
Tinker's episode.
Love it. I'm guessing you're gonna leave Ada at the helm.
Yeah, we don't have that many extra staff, but yes.
Captain, you sure you want to take all people who give the orders?
We'll be quick.
Okay. All right. I'll just watch the death ship. Make sure it doesn't cause death. Got it. All right. You guys walk into the conference room. What do you do? What do you do, Cap?
Well, we're in a bit of a situation.
Perfect situation, Captain. After Tinker's executed his absolutely stellar first contact negotiations, I've discovered a perfect opportunity for us to both repair the damage that we've done to the Prime Directive, which could get us all sent to penal colonies for the rest of our lives. And instead, this could be an excellent opportunity to introduce this civilization to the Federation and to establish diplomatic relations and perhaps also to establish trade, which is of course more important.
As a counterpoint, may I offer?
Counterpoint, no.
Counterpoint. Technically, there's no Prime Directive violation because they are, in fact, a work-capable culture. So the Prime Directive.
Unfortunately, that's a bit of a gray area, given the fact
second,
it was a.
They're currently embroiled in a civil war of some kind, and I believe Federation policy instructs us to stay the hell out of it. So my recommendation would be to, I don't know, put a tag on their ship, say, watch out for these guys, and continue with our mission because we're already late.
We also have a problem of leaving a ship full of flung frequently thrown photon torpedoes sitting through this part of the Beta Quadrant.
That's also why
beam them out of their weapons base, can't we?
Yes.
Problem is we don't know if they're able to manufacture more, given the fact that the society runs on one task per person. Someone may be figuring hit button, get more. It's a bit complicated because the reality is they were already a contaminated race because whoever removed them from their planet played God. Intelligence wise, they're evolutionarily at a point of still tribal. Barely. It's
Tinker's not saying anything until anybody asks him.
It's hard to tell. Frankly, to be honest, I have to agree with
Enzo.
Enzo. Just we have to tag it and let it go.
Ensign, your thoughts?
You've
talked.
Well, actually, Captain, not to check you, but I am a lieutenant now, lieutenant junior grade.
Thank you.
I did get a big old promotion.
You did, and well earned.
With my buddy Nark here, slaps him on the back. Look, Captain. End of the day, you're the captain. You got to make the decision. But I'm kind of fond of the little fellers. I don't think that Flood guy's got the best interest at heart. But I kind of get what Lenra and Enzo are saying. It's not really our business.
Frankly, we're not gods.
Could I have I know this is a lot to ask because, I'm Tinkers, but could you guys maybe give me just a moment alone with the captain? If that's all right with you, Captain.
I think we've come to a agreement, and I think we are probably generally needed on the bridge. Here's Miss Tinkers. You'd stay here for a moment.
Permission to leave, sir?
Granted.
Yep.
I go back to my station.
Same.
Or immediately start scanning the ship for the location of their weapons bays.
Tinkers walks up to you, Tobin, and he gets real earnest. He goes, Captain, I know that we're in the Federation, and I know that the Prime Directive and all that stuff, and I get it. You know, I live by it. I love this. I know sometimes it doesn't seem like it, but seeing all this crazy stuff, it's got to come with rules. That being said, you know, you're in a weird situation because you can't really take them back to their home because they don't really have one. That is their home, but their home ain't being ruled by a good guy. So if you would allow me to make one final communication, you know, to their ship, maybe I could just say one thing to them before we leave. They think I'm the chosen one, so maybe I can inspire some chosen stuff. I know that's not really a Tinker's thing, but I'd love to give it a try, and I'd love to not just leave them confused.
All right, Lieutenant. Let's see what you got.
All right. So do you wire him in to make the communication right here so that the other people... Okay. He just calls over and he goes, Hi, if you're hearing me, Blug, all your warriors, if you're hearing me, you know, you got to do what's right for your people. Don't wait for the chosen ones to come around. And that's from the Fae directly. They want you guys to take care of yourselves from now on. You can't be waiting around for mystical people to teleport in from the sky. You got to handle your own problems. If that means violence, that means violence. If it means talking, it means talking. But you got to do what's best for you guys. And if there's somebody bad up there who's keeping you guys from doing that, well, you got to do what you got to do, Blug. And this is Tinkers, and I wish I could have taken you to the finish line, but I can't. You got to take yourselves. That's the only way. And then he turns back to you and he goes, you know, Captain, I don't know what's going on. I know there's some more crazy stuff going on with this ship, and I know that there's all sorts of weird stuff. You guys are always pressured, but you're all right by me. And I thank you.
Suddenly on the bridge, we watch the other ship explode.
It just cuts to the captain's room, and it's just the Spock battle music. Yeah, he leaves. Right. You can go back to the bridge. He takes his place on the other con, next to Ada. Everybody else is at their spot.
Mm-hmm.
Final orders there, Tobin, and then we'll wrap this sucker up.
All right. Commander, you are clear to transport the remaining contingent of photon warheads away from the ship, and Mark, Ensign, if you would send launch a probe to mark the ship for further tracking, and we'll start working on the report to Starfleet.
All right.
Aye, sir.
All right. You guys hit warp, and the Dugs will have to fix their own problems. And that is it for Star Trek Axiom, Episode 8, The Dug Decisions. So, yeah, thanks. Thank you so much for doing this. I hope you guys had fun. This was a lot of fun for me. This is my favorite episode so far, without a doubt. Yeah. Okay. Yeah, I'm done.
Well, it's
check out the VOD on Friday if you didn't watch this, but if you watch this, then you're hearing this, so it doesn't matter because you've already seen it.
If you missed some of it, you can, any of the previous episodes, we are on YouTube, !STA in the chat.
Yeah.
Exactly. And we will be back again in 2 weeks. So say goodnight, everybody, and I will switch out. Boop, 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 boop. I clicked a whole bunch of things in a row. I have some music now. So that was we had another fantastic episode. Hope everyone enjoyed their time. And we'll be back in 2 weeks. Same time. We'll see. We pretty much guarantee they're going to come back. We know they're going to come back. It's fine. Hopefully it's not going to go badly. At least not any worse than usual, but we'll be in the station next time. Meanwhile, I will be on tomorrow, 5 o'clock Central, for some chill crafting, because I have a huge backlog now that got worse, and I'm trying to do a competition entry. I promise I'm not going to just zone out after work or play Star Citizen all night. Honest. I promised, chat, you hold me to that. But in the meantime, I hope everyone has a lovely evening. We're out a little early, so enjoy, and we'll see you. Hey, Janeth, that's not even. Anyway, we'll see you next time.